One summer's day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to its heart's content. Suddenly, a line of ants passed by carrying provisions for the winter, such as bananas, carrots, Eggo waffles, Raisin Bran, and toilet paper.
Ooh, whoa, what are you doing?
Storing up food for the winter. Why aren't you?
Oh, I have plenty of food. I have plenty of food, I'll be fine. Why don't you guys just romp with me?
You know, you're gonna be sorry when it comes to winter and you don't have enough food saved.
Well, like, I don't want to.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Winter came, the grasshopper had no food and found itself starving.
I'm so hungry! I require sustenance! Wait, what?
What the grasshopper saw was
How much toilet paper do you need?
More!
And the grasshopper learned that it does not pay to be lazy.
I'm still hungry!
I hope you enjoyed that story today. We're on day 2 of our Proverbs lessons for our staycation. I hope you enjoyed that story about the ants and the grasshopper. I love that story. There's something funny about it, but it's just so true. Isn't it just so true? Yes, Solomon knew that. That story ties a lot in with one of the Proverbs that Solomon said. In Proverbs 6 through 8, I'm going to read it from my Bible while you look on. Look at an ant. Solomon said, just look at an ant. Watch it closely. Let it teach you a thing or two. Nobody has to tell it what to do. All summer it stores up food. At harvest, it stockpiles food. So how long are you going to laze around doing nothing? Solomon said, don't be lazy. Even nature shows you that if you're lazy, good things don't come from that, do they? Just like those ants, they knew that they had to work. And that grasshopper just played around all summer long, laughing at those ants. Why are you working so hard? But when winter came, the grasshopper was cold and hungry because he didn't work. He didn't store up his food. And God says, don't be lazy. When you're just lazy, good things don't come from that. So you're thinking, well, I don't have to store up my food. I can just go in the kitchen and there's plenty of food. Well, let's think about some things that we get lazy about. Let's think about our schoolwork. Have you ever just, I'm not going to finish that math worksheet. I don't care. And then the next day when it's time to go to school or you're having to do your homeschool work and you realize, oh, I didn't do that math worksheet. Now I don't understand how to do this next worksheet because I didn't do any practice. That's being lazy, isn't it? Or what about oversleeping? I don't want to get up, Mom. I don't want to go to Bible class this morning. I just want to sleep in. And then you miss out on the teachings of God. And you don't know. You don't know what would God want me to do now? Well, I'm not sure what God wanted me because you were lazy and you slept in all Sundays and you didn't come and learn about God's Word. What are some other ways you can be lazy? Have you ever, maybe your mom said, go clean your room, and when you're finished, then you can have some computer time, or maybe you can have a snack. I don't want to clean my room. I don't feel like picking up my toys. I don't want to get those clothes off the floor. And you just don't do it. And then when mom comes in with the snack, you don't get one because you didn't do the work. So you see, we can be lazy too, can't we? So think about it. Think about this proverb of Solomon. Even when you're tempted to be lazy, think about the ant. They work hard to enjoy what they have. You need to work, okay? And don't be lazy. Do what mom asks you to do. And then you get the treat. You get the computer time. God says it goes better when you're not lazy.
Bible school. We got our bag. It's the Tuesday bag out of our little backpack for Staycation Bible School. This is the one with the fuchsia-ish, pinkish, purplish paper. And Eli's going to demonstrate how to do the craft today. Miss Kathy's already taught the lesson. You're going to pull out and you're also going to need your glue from your additional supply bag. And you're going to need your black Sharpie marker. And you might want your other Sharpies or your crayons if you want to do your craft. So you're going to keep all that close by. And make sure that you put that stuff back in that bag for tomorrow. Because you're going to need it again every day. Almost everything in there you use every day. Okay, so he's going to get his green piece of paper out, his construction paper. We are going to make an anthill. All right, you get to decide if you want to do a horizontal anthill or vertical. So that's vertical and that's horizontal. Horizontal is long ways. Vertical is up and down. Which one are you going to do, Eli?
Gonna do horizontal.
Horizontal, side to side. Okay, and he's going to get out his brown paper. There's a little half sheet of construction paper in there. And he's going to just tear that up and make an anthill. And you get to decide. He's going to glue each paper down. Pour up the paper, and he's glued most of it down. He didn't even use all his brown paper, and that is okay. You do not have to use all, but you can if you want. It's your craft. You do it the way you want to do it. No problemo. It's craft time. This is student directed, not Miss Sharon directed. So you make it the way you want. You might do your anthill right in the middle. You may choose to use scissors instead of your fingers, and that is okay. So he's got it glued down. He's got it secured. He's getting a couple of odds and ends glued down. Now he's going to get his black paint out of his bag. Okay, he put his glue top on. That's really important because you're going to need that glue later this week. So don't let it dry out. So he's going to get his black paint out. It's in a bag all by itself, and it looks like this. Hold the bag up for us. It looks like that. It doesn't have a ton of paint in it, but it has enough for this craft. So you're going to open it up, and you're going to take it out, and you're going to open that, keep that bag nearby so you have somewhere to rest your black paint cup on. And then he's going to open the lid up, and he's going to make little, he's going to use his fingers, and he's going to make little fingerprint ants however he wants. Okay, he might do big ones or little ones. He might do them all in a row. It's his choice because it's his craft. So you could probably go dot 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 with the same. Yep, they're going up the hill. Reminds me of that song, the ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. We went hiking on Pinnacle recently, and Katie, my 4-year-old, wanted to give up, but I started singing that song to her, and that made her. And so you know how ants, they get all over their hill, they're all over the grass, they get all over your toes and your feet. You can do however you want. Okay, so Eli's got these little ants, and the next thing that he's going to do is he's going to wipe his finger off, and we're going to get out that black marker. Here's a tissue, or paper, yeah, whatever. All right, so he's got, he's not going to stick it in his mouth. That would be ridiculous. Don't even think about it. So he's got his black marker, and he's going to, if you want, you can do this. If you don't, you don't have to. He's going to draw little arms or little legs on there. And ants have little legs and antenna, okay? And he's got a little ant hill, okay? He's making them look like ants. You might wait till you're done, till the paint is done drying. That's okay. Whatever. He's got little antenna on there. And you can also, if you want, you can use your markers or your crayons to add a little bit of scenery. Maybe you want to draw an anteater. Or maybe you want to draw a grasshopper off to the side to go along with our story. That's up to you. This is your craft. You do it the way you want. All right, so that's it. Now remember, after you do this, try to get your mom or whoever, big sister, big brother, whoever, to take a picture of your craft and send it to me. Or you could have somebody send a picture of you eating your snack or doing your experiment with the Jolly Ranchers. Your choice, whatever. But I'd love to see it because remember, we're going to have a slideshow at the end of the week, and I'd love to see you guys. So Eli's going to draw something else at the top. Uh-oh, what's it going to be? Clouds. He's got some beautiful blue clouds. What a lovely scene. All right. Happy Tuesday.
Adios.
Enjoyed our ant and our grasshopper Aesops Fable today. That was acted out by the Williams family, and it was hilarious. It was hard to choose which part was my favorite. And then of course Miss Kathy teaching our Bible lesson today about Proverbs 6 through 8. You lazy fool, look at the ant. Watch it closely. Let it teach you a thing or two. Nobody has to tell that ant what to do. All summer long, it stores up food, it harvests, it stockpiles provisions. Now, some of you guys might have been thinking, well, I don't have to go store up food. I mean, yeah, we have a little garden for some tomatoes or some basil, but we don't have to do that. We can go to the grocery store. But this proverb is about not being lazy. It's about being hardworking. Now, some of you guys I know have already started back to school for the summer because you homeschool, and I saw your mom posting pictures of your curriculum coming in, and so you've already started back and you're like, we're not being lazy this summer, Miss Sharon. You know what? I make my kids do workbooks during the summer as summer bridge activities, so I mean, I'm part of that mean mom club myself. God gave us minds for thinking. He gave us hands for helping. He gave us feet for walking. He gave us arms for working. So he wants us to use those. He doesn't want us to be lazy. We don't want to be like the grasshopper. And you saw how Eli demonstrated the craft today. For snack, I want to just show you, we have some pretzel rods, and then there's some peanut butter. I know some of you guys might be allergic to peanut butter. Don't open it up. This is peanut butter. Throw it away if you're allergic, okay? And the design, we put this in here so you can make ants on a log. Now, I grew up not eating this on pretzels. I grew up eating it on celery with peanut butter and raisins, but I've included in your bag a couple of options because I know some of you will not absolutely eat raisins. I have a couple of kids like that myself. So you got two options for ants on a log. You've got some chocolate chips to be your ants on a log, or you've got some raisins. Try them both. I dare you to try something. Maybe you like cream cheese. I've never tried that, but I bet that would be good too. And if you have cream cheese at home, you can try that. So there's a snack. And then for a game today, I want you to think about this game. So in your little bag, you've got these beans. You might have different colored beans. There are all sorts of ones that got put in there. There's black beans and kidney beans and things like that, but they're dried beans. But you're gonna do something where you can pretend to be either an ant or a grasshopper. So you parents or guardians or whoever's hosting this Staycation Bible School, be ready to play some music, because to play this game, what you do is you put these beans at the other end of the room or the other end of the yard, and you have some people who are ants and some people who are grasshoppers. If you only have one kiddo at home, that's fine. You can take turns being the ant or the grasshopper. So when the ant is working, you go back and forth. Let's say you got 2 minutes, okay? Time yourself. You got 2 minutes, and see how many beans you can get from one end of the room to the other. You can only pick up one at a time, and see how fast you can do it. Race back and forth without stopping, because that's what the ants did, right? They worked without stopping. They were not lazy. They just kept marching through, carrying their supplies. Then the next time you play, you're going to be a grasshopper, okay? And this time, anytime you hear music, the grasshopper has to stop and dance or fiddle or whatever, because that's what the grasshopper did, right? He didn't want to stop playing. And so parents, help me out. Set a timer for 2 minutes, and then every once in a while play some music. And every time you hear that music, the grasshopper has to stop until it stops. And which one do you think is going to have the most beans collected by the end of that 2 minutes? Ant or grasshopper? I bet you already know the answer to that, but you can play a game to work out that experiment. And then today, for your extra experiment, so I'm on the purple day. This is Tuesday. I've got 2 Jolly Ranchers, okay? If your mom says you can have it, One of them is for you to eat. Just pop it in your mouth. That's yours. The other one is for our experiment because I want you to see just how hard ants work. So I want you have to activate the Jolly Rancher. That means you take it out of the package, suck on it for just a couple of seconds, and then I want you to put it outside somewhere, not next to the door. We're not trying to bring ants into our house. We're trying to just watch what ants do. We're trying to observe them from a distance. So put it out in your yard somewhere or out in your driveway. Put this Jolly Rancher and see how long it takes for real ants to carry this thing off. They're going to do it pretty quick because they work hard and they work nonstop. And once they put their minds to a project, they do not stop. And this is like just pure sugar, right? They're going to do that. They're going to work pretty hard for all this sugar. So I want you to watch that. That's our experiment today, to see how hard working ants are. And they set a good example for us, right? Don't be lazy. Families, remember to take a picture, send it in. You can send it, you can text it, email it, send it on Facebook or Messenger or whatever, but I'd love to see pictures of your kids either doing the craft for today or doing this experiment or making their ants on a log, whatever. Hey, I'll see you later. Have a great day.